Hello listeners, today's presentation is on cocoa farmer sensitization messages on rehabilitation program, which is going to be a questions and answers affair. I am Edwin Niarma Kai, the presenter, and the CEA Rejoice Makafui Dunyo from Magona Nyakram Cocoa District. From the Cartography Department, statistics indicates that about 40% of cocoa is unproductive, and it has been estimated that within the next 5 years we will lose all our cocoa, and that might not be good. 17% out of the 40% is as a result of CSSVD. This is caused by a virus and it is spreading at an alarming rate. CSSVD has no known cure, and the only solution is to cut and replant with disease and pest-tolerant, high-yielding seedlings, planting materials. The remaining 23% is overaged, 30 years plus, and moribund, unproductive, of which farmers cannot make any meaningful profit. Cocobod has therefore decided to intensify its rehabilitation, treatment of CSSVD, cutting and replanting of overaged farms, programs from 2019-2020 cocoa season.
This is mind-boggling.
Adam Makafui kindly lists the steps involved in the rehabilitation process.
Cut cocoa trees of the affected farm and replant. Pay compensation to the farmer and, where possible, the landowner. Prepare the cocoa farm and undertake lining and bagging of the farm at recommended planting distance, 3 meters by 3 meters. Provide economic shade tree seedlings, plantain suckers and hybrid cocoa seedlings. Maintain the farm before handing over fully to the farmer. The farmer is also expected to kindly provide significant support from day one of treatment. Kindly assist in transporting seedlings, economic shade trees and plantain suckers to treated farms. Kindly support distribution of plantain suckers, cocoa and economic tree seedlings along planting holes. Support in handling cocoa seedlings in transit from the nurseries. The good thing about this rehabilitation program is that all the plantains planted in the farms belong to the cocoa farmer and not Cocobod.
Let's have a commercial break. We will be right back.
Kindly plant all seedlings, apply all fertilizers, encourage hand pollination, say no to galamsey and child labor. This was brought to you by PEP Production in collaboration with Cocoa Health and Extension Division.
At this juncture we will be talking about CSSVD control, sensitization of cocoa farmers, key extension messages for communication on PEPs. What is cocoa swollen shoot virus disease, CSSVD? Which the Akans call cocoa sacerabo.
Thanks Surveyor Edwin for the question. CSSVD is a viral disease of cocoa. It uses the plant's resources to multiply and spread to all parts of the plant. It spreads easily from one plant to the other through the feeding activity of mealybugs, insect vector. Note, nymphs of both male and female mealybugs can transmit CSSV. Only adult males do not transmit due to loss of mouthpart. The virus lives as long as the plant lives.
Madam, how does CSSVD spread from one farm to another and remain in farms over many years?
When virus-carrying mealybugs are blown by the wind over long distances or carried by attendant ants, CSSVD can spread from farm to farm. Movement of cocoa pods with virus-carrying mealybugs attached can also spread the virus from one location to another. Use of infected cocoa for vegetative propagation, e.g. top working, can spread CSSVD. Planting of seedlings under old infected cocoa trees leads to the perpetuation of the virus in farms. The presence of alternative host plants, e.g. Coloclamidantha, crabbees, Adansonia digitata, Odadi, Sabapatandra, Oniana, Cola gigantea, Wadapao, Sterculia tragicantha, Photo, can cause the spread of CSSVD. Planting cocoa close to the boundary of existing infected farms is a sure way of perpetuating the virus.
When did it all start? And what are the symptoms of CSSVD?
As far back as 1936 in Nanks in New Hwaban district of Eastern Region. And disease shows red vein banding in young leaves. For mature leaves, Signs include mosaic, fern pattern and sclerosis along the midrib and veins. Swelling in all parts of the plant including stem, fans, chopuns and roots. In the terminal stage, stems or shoots may start to die back, usually starting from the tip, and also leads to round and small pods. CSSV also causes reduction on growth and yield of cocoa.
Which age class of cocoa trees are more susceptible to CSSVD?
All age classes of cocoa trees are susceptible to CSSVD. As long as the plant remains alive, the virus can survive.
What should I do when I see these symptoms on my farm?
Kindly contact CHED Community Extension Agent, CEA, the resolution team or the district cocoa office to determine the level of infection and intervention required.
What should I do if a CEA/trained TA spots the disease in my farm?
1. Grant access to the CEA or the TA to examine the level of infection. 2. Grant CEA or the TA permission to cut, treat or rehabilitate your farm. 3. The CEA or the TA may suggest any other needed support for smooth operation.
Will the entire farm be cut down irrespective of how many trees are infected?
No, if the number of visibly infected trees, VIs, is up to 10, all the trees within 5 meters radius will be cut. If the number of VIs is between 11 to 100 trees, a radius of 10 meters will be removed. With over 100 VIs, 15-meter radius of trees will be cut down, or the whole farm when is totally infected.
Package available for the farmer.
CEDs if the affected area is 1 hectare. If less, it will be determined by a ratio of 1 hectare.
What is the mode of payment or the compensation package?
Paid via bank account.
And the farmer sustain my income/livelihood if I allow my cocoa farm to be rehabilitated.
Aside the compensation package, plantain suckers, economic trees and other food crops will also be planted during the replanting of the cocoa farm. Farmers can derive extra income from the sale of food crops planted. But we advise farmers to reduce the food crops, preventing nutrients competition with the hybrid cocoa seedlings.
How long will it take for the farm to start yielding? And what is the role of cocobod within the 2 years of rehabilitation?
Between 2 to 3 years depending on maintenance. Cocobod role is to 1. Treat the infected farm. 2. Prepare the farm, lining, pegging and hulling. 3. Plant economic shade trees, plantain suckers and hybrid cocoa. 4. Maintain the farm for 2 years. 5. Pay compensation of 1,000 CEDs for an hectare to the farmers.
Role of the farmer within the 2 years of rehabilitation?
1. Support in all the activities of chopping of felled trees, cutting of pegs, lining, pegging, weeding of the farm, replanting, filling of vacancies and distribution of plantain suckers, cocoa and economic tree seedlings etc. 2. Support in handling cocoa seedlings in transit from the nurseries, planting and fertilizer application.
After the 2 years, what other support will cocobod provide for farmers?
Trainings on good agricultural practices, GAPS, Farmer Business School, FBS. Additional Livelihood Program, ALP, also using cartoon animations. Farm and home visits. Technical advisory service. Input, fertilizer, fungicides, insecticides etc., support through their cooperatives.
What should I do if my trees are overaged?
Cocoa trees over 30 years are considered overaged, and the only way to curb its low yield is to cut down the trees and replant improved free hybrid cocoa varieties. Thanks.
Finally, we have come to the end of the Cocoa Talk Show on Productivity Enhancement Program. We entreat all staff to educate our gallant farmers the need of the PEP's program Cocoa Ghana Cocoa Business. Thanks for listening. Cartoon animators from pre-production Edwin Niar Madawana Kokai Polasha and Romeo Ahorbo. Support from Coco Health and Extension Division.
I found the love for me. Darling, just dive right